What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. Today we've got 150k Italian League squad for you guys, sent in from Abdur Riemann. I asked on Twitter for a budget of about 100 to 150,000 coins, and he sent in, like I say, an Italian League side. And the reason why I picked this is because I've actually been using an Italian League side myself, and I've enjoyed it, and I've kind of stayed away from that league this year. I don't know why. So I thought, hey, let me go into it. I haven't really used any of these players ever, so it'd be fun for me to experience some players that I've never used before. This team comes in at, according to Footbin right now, on PlayStation 150,000 and on Xbox 140,000. And the reason why I'm sticking with budget squads right now, guys, is because with Team of the Season fast approaching, it's time to liquidate. You want to have coins in the bank so that in Team of the Season you've got some money to invest in players to buy, packs to open, or SBCs that EA drop. So for the time being, you want to use budget squads, maybe throw in some of your untradables in there and just try and have fun with FIFA and take the competitive edge away. So the team that I'm going to be building today, we are going to take into FUT Champs, and the idea isn't to make sure that we get a win every single game. The idea is to make sure that this team is competitive in FUT Champs, because if it can't even compete in FUT Champs, I'd say it's a bad team, don't use it. But if we can compete in FUT Champs, even if we got like 2 wins, 2 losses out of a 4-game stint, but we played well in all games and there was just some minor improvements to make, I'd say this is worth it. So we'll go into the gameplay shortly. If you guys want to see more of the best team in FIFA, drop a thumbs up on the video. And if you want to link you're the best team in FIFA, twitter.com/NepentheZ. So, to start with, guys, in goal, one of the cheapest ones on the board here, and it is Gianluigi Donnarumma. Of course, you can use absolutely any goalkeeper from Calcio A or Icon that you might have. Some of you guys might have done the Prime Van der Sar or the Prime Schmeichel, and you're more than welcome to use those here. You know, Donnarumma is a good goalkeeper. He's got really nice diving and reflexes. He's super cheap, coming in at 1,200 coins. So, like I say, one of the cheapest. Then in at right back, guys, we have got Florenzi. Florenzi coming in at 5,500 coins. I think I paid a bit more for him. Oh no, 5.3k I paid for him, and with a shadow card on him. And then the 2 centre backs are gonna be. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to the Calcio A and go to gold. So the 2 centre backs is going to be Manolas and Hero Benatia. So Manolas comes in at 6,000 coins, and I purchased him for 8,600 because of the Shadow Chem style. And Benatia coming in at 45,000 coins, and he is one of the 2 most expensive players in the team. So if you did want to get rid of a lot of this price, you know, a lot of budget out of this, you could easily put in any one of the, you know, Calcio A centre backs that are relatively cheap. You've got yourself Koulibaly, who would be a great shout. You've got yourself De Vrij, who wouldn't be bad, the upgraded 85 there. You could put in Benatia's base 84 card, which would be okay as well. Those would probably be the 3 that I'd say you could use outside of him if you wanted to shake some off. So this could effectively go down to about 80k squad, actually. So we've got Benatia and Manolas in defence, and then in at left back, guys, we have got Lukaku. Now, Lukaku comes in as well, very, very cheap, 800 coins. He's the cheapest on the team. So that is the defence. Now, this has a lot of pace and well-rounded cards. Florenzi, really well-rounded, good pace, good defending with that shadow card. Manolas, obviously rapid with great defending. Benatia, exceptionally quick with great defending and good work rates. Good height, medium high, 6'3", good physical. Manolas, 6'2", low high. So really good work rates on both centre-backs, and they're very, very fast. And then Jordan Lukaku, probably one of the weaker players on the team. You know, bad passing, bad shooting. He has got 4-star weak foot though, which I really rate, but his defensive stats are terrible. His reactions are terrible. His ball control is terrible. And when you compare that to Florenzi on the other side, Florenzi has much better ball control, generally better defending, and is just a more well-rounded fullback. So in this defence, you know, although this team is here for me to play with and not to change or anything, you guys, as I say, you might have already like a prime icon Roberto Carlos or the prime icon Javier Zanetti that you've completed, that you've got as an untradeable, or you might have an untradeable, I don't know, informed Gulam from a Team of the Week pack or something that you want to put in this spot here. So into the CDM role we go, guys. Now, we've actually got Milinkovic-Savic in the team. He's going to be playing right centre mid, and the CDM is going to be Matuidi. So Matuidi gets turned off a lot by a lot of people because he has 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, but don't sleep on him. He is great. I've used his 86 card for over 600 games. Defensively incredible, physical incredible. He's got good short passing, good reactions, good composure, and he's fast. So although he has 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, so long as you make sure that mentally you know that, so that you don't get caught out when you're on the ball and you don't try and do skill moves and stuff, this is a very, very strong midfielder to put in. In at the left centre mid spot, guys, we've got Bonaventura. Now, this is actually a really well-rounded card. He's got 3-star weak foot only, but 4-star skill moves. Really well-rounded. His shooting from outside the box is great. His passing and vision is great. His ball control is good. Reactions are good. He's got great stamina, good speed. Like, you can actually put any chem style you want on to boost this guy. I boosted his dribbling, shooting, and passing even more, but you can put a shadow on him, an anchor, you can play him with a hunter, a catalyst, you can put a sniper on him. Like, you can literally develop this guy's stats any which way you want. So that is the kind of midfield trio there, guys. And then Milinkovic-Savic, 4-star, 4-star, high, medium, 6'3", insane in-game stats. Again, good ball control and dribbling. Good short pass and long pass. Not amazing, but good. Good defensive stats once you've applied that shadow card that I've got on him. Incredible physicals, and just all-round an absolute beast there from Milinkovic-Savic. So the midfielders cost. Milinkovic-Savic, 2,800. Matuidi is about 14,000 coins, one of the more expensive, and then obviously Bonaventura, 32,000. So if you did drop down, say you could get rid of Bonaventura and put in any Calcio A centre mid, Alan, Marquisio, something like that, you could reduce the price of this team as well, and then you could of course get rid of Benatia and reduce the price of the team as well. So into the cam spot, we've actually got ourselves Dries Mertens. Now I start the team a bit differently, but according to the tweet that was sent to me, this is how the team sets up. So Dries Mertens coming in at quite expensive for Mertens, one of the most expensive ones, 22,500. And then the two strikers will consist of Ciro Immobile and Alessandro Gomez. So this is how the team looks all together. Very excited for Immobile, 4-star weak foot, 6'1", high medium, really good stats, great reactions, good composure, good ball control, good well-rounded physicals, exceptional shooting, and very, very fast for a big man. So a lot of hype around him. The reason why I picked this team, as I said, is because it's just a good team. It's just a really well-balanced team. You've got 4-star skill moves in Bonaventura, Mertens, Gomez, and Milinkovic-Savic. You've got 4-star weak foot in Mertens, in Milinkovic-Savic. I think Gomez as well. Yeah, Gomez as well, and Ciro Immobile. Like, it is a really, really well-balanced squad. The only thing I worry about with this whole team is the fact that the fullbacks are not the greatest. Now, I know Florenzi is quite well-balanced and well-rounded, but he doesn't have the greatest defensive stats and he doesn't have the greatest physical stats, and the same with Lukaku. I know he's got better physicals, but his defense is really poor, his passing is really poor, so I do wonder if they might be a liability in this team. But this, guys, is the squad. We're going to go and play 4 FUT Champs games with this, see how it goes, and see whether or not this can be considered the best team in FIFA, specifically for this time where we're trying to get around, you know, a well-balanced, low-budget, effective team in FUT Champs. So that, guys, is the squad. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, so as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we've got come up against, a really weird team, like exceptional players, R9 Ronaldo, Prime, Boateng, Alaba, Farman, Goretzka, really good. Then he's got like a Pro League right-hand side that's just not great, not bad. You know, the new SBC, Tio, he's got Hani in at Cam, some decent players in there, but it was just such a weird squad. We managed to get the first goal here, Dries Mertens coming in. Having high-low work rates on your cam is so good. I actually prefer medium, or high-medium on my cam, more specifically, because I like them to get involved in the midfield build-up more than breaking forwards to get goals. But Dries Mertens having high-low was just so noticeable. You know, he continually got in behind the last line of defence, and it was great. We ended up going 2-0 up there with a lovely goal from Gomez. Lets it run through his legs, and we get it to 2-0. Then Milinkovic-Savic, big head at that near post corner. And Rafe Farman with no chance, so we make that one 3-0. And I was impressed with this team straight off the bat. You know, I was really, really happy with how it was performing. Once my opponent pulled a goal back, he got a lucky rebound there for Hani to make it 3-1. He made some changes, so I made some changes too. And on the 80th minute, I brought on Sterling, Rashford, and Kaka. And then in the 90th minute, those I think all 3 of those players actually played together. Rashford into the path of Sterling. Sterling gets down the space on the right-hand side, plays it into Kaka, who lays it back into Rashford. to tap that one home for 4-1. So of course you guys, even though the team is about the Serie A squad that I've got, you guys are entitled to subs and putting subs onto the bench and using subs. And I'm sure you guys have got loads of untradeable players in your club that you would happily use as a substitute, and so that's exactly what I did. And you can see there from the match stats, I dominated possession in the first game. Got countered quite a lot because of that R9 Ronaldo. He was hard to deal with, but we did well. Into the second game, we come up against another really strong squad. Player of the month, Kane and Mane. He's got the 84 Rashford, Rui Costa, the Fut Swap, Henderson and Wendell. Arturo Vidal, Boateng, Hector Bellerin, Mustafi and Ter Stegen. It is a really well put together team, and I thought this is going to be a true test. You know, this is a really strong team this guy has got. He's got pace, power, good shooting abilities, a really strong midfield. We ended up going 1-0 up after just 5 minutes, and he paused it, and I thought there's no way he's quitting, is he? And no, of course he didn't. We end up picking up the loose ball down the right-hand side here. Milinkovic-Savic and Matuidi holding the possession. It comes out to Florenzi. He waits for the run of Dries Mertens. Again, getting in behind. Like, normally I'm not used to my cams getting into those roles. So Dries Mertens did really well. And Ciro Immobile there for the second goal. A lovely tap in to make it 2-0. And we soon made it 3-0. Dries Mertens again doing some good work. Threads it through to Gomez. Gomez to Immobile. And Immobile pops that one into the back of the net. And on this occasion, when he paused it, he did quit. So a big team there, a big game. You know, what I wanted to test out for this team, for a team this cheap, 150,000 coins or less, you can really reduce this price down to 80,000 coins if you wanted to. In fact, it might be more logical to sell, to not use Benatia, get Alexandra over Jordan Lukaku, and then go for the regular Benatia or you know, the other centre back that's super fast. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. So the third team we come up against is probably just an upgrade team of ours. You know, it's a Calcio A squad as well. But he's got Higuain, Dybala, Raja Nangolan, Chiellini, Buffon, Alexandro, like some really good players in this team. And I thought even though this is just a standard gold team, this again will be a really true test of how well this team is going to perform, because it's really strong players. And what a great goal that was to start things off with. Dries Mertens again breaking off that back line, breaking in behind those two strikers, and gets the goal to put us 1-0 up. And we soon went 2-0 up as well. Bonaventura there turning around in the midfield, lays it into Immobile. The ball gets played a couple of times between Gomez and Milinkovic-Savic. It finds its way to Florenzi. He tries to play it to the far post. I think that's Milinkovic-Savic wins the header, and Mertens with the volley to shoot and score. Milinkovic-Savic had no right to win that header. However, he still did. And then we made it 3-0. Not too long after. Ball down the right hand side again. Ball goes through to Gomez, comes inside to Milinkovic-Savic, out to Mertens. Roulette from Mertens, skips past the next defender, shoots and scores to make it 3-0. All in all, a beautiful goal, and we get ourselves another early 3-0 rage quit. So after my first 3 games, and I've won 3 games against a good range of teams, icons, prime icons, like the best prime icons, strong teams, meta players, and I thought, yeah, 3 wins out of 3. I know this team is good enough. So we played one more, because I always like to play 4 games for these squad builders. It kind of lets me really get a good feel for the team, as we dominated yet another opponent. And in our 4th and final game, we came up against probably the best all-round squad we came up against here today. Eric Bailly, Informas Pilaqueta, David De Gea, Fatmas Herrera, who's great, Patrick Vieira, who's great, Rashford, Jesus, and Salah. Player of the month, Kane and Aurier. Like, that is just an incredibly well-rounded team, a really well-built team. And we actually started off, I played really well in this game again, you know. And even though I was saying to myself whilst I was playing this game, I'm in this game here, and this guy's got a great team, so it doesn't matter if I don't win this or if I concede goals or whatever, as we do concede a goal just on the stroke of half-time there. It didn't really matter if I conceded or not, because it was about how well will this team actually perform, you know. And if I lost, like, I ended up going 2-0 down in this game and losing 2-0, and if I lost 2-0 and got steamrollered, I might be sitting here saying to you guys, this team is terrible and not really worth it. As soon as you come up against a half-competent player or team, you're going to be in trouble. But we actually dominated the game for the most part. 7 saves for his De Gea and only 2 for Donnarumma. And here's a look at some of the chances as well, because if it wasn't for his De Gea and if it wasn't for that saves with feet trait, against any other goalkeeper, we probably would have put 3, 4 or 5 goals in past him. So I only can obviously show you guys the ones that are in the highlights section here, but it'd be fun to show. I had more possession, more chances, more shots on target, and the difference in the game this time around was just the finishing. You know, my opponent took his couple of chances, I didn't take my chances, and that was the main difference here. So taking a look at some of the saves, here's Kaka hitting the post from the edge of the box or hitting the crossbar. Really unfortunate that one didn't go in underneath the bar. We get through with Raheem Sterling here late on. Good save from De Gea. I tried a low driven there, but he didn't hit it low driven, sadly. Here's another good chance again. Gomez gets the loose ball in the box and De Gea rushes out to get that save there again. When we go and look at one of the early saves, we pop through Gomez there. De Gea rushes off his line again to get a good save in. But although we lost 2-0, that was a good competitive game that I came out thinking I played well there, and this team played well in general. So is this team worth it, guys? Let's go and find out, have a look at the stats, and talk about this squad. Alright guys, so that is the gameplay concluded. Let me just put the team in outside of chemistry as to what it looks like in game. So this is how we started in game as per the tweet and as per the team. What I was looking for out of a team this cheap, 150,000 coins or less, is a team that would be competitive in Foot Champs. Because then if it's competitive in Foot Champs, it's going to be competitive in DKT, in squad battles, in online singles, in divisions, everywhere. It will be competitive. And I wasn't really looking for wins. I was just looking for whether or not I could compete, essentially, literally just compete. This is a really low-end team compared to what you would normally come up against in Foot Champs. But with that being said, it was competitive. We got 3 good wins, two really early rage quits at 3-0. We lost 2-0 in the 4th game in a really tough game. A good opponent. His David De Gea just saved him, completely transformed the game. I showed some of the highlights at the end there. I created a couple of really good opportunities, and the difference in the gameplay at the end of it was literally just the goalkeeper, which is a bit sad. But 3 wins, 1 loss with this team. I'm really happy with that. So Gomez there picked up only 1 goal and 3 assists, was probably one of the weaker players on the team. And don't forget, with this team, I'm sure you guys might have icons and untradables that you can fill in with areas that you don't like. But in terms of who stood out in this team, Gomez wasn't very good at all. However, Immobile was brilliant. 3 goals in 4 games, and I think he actually got a hat-trick in one of the games. But other than that, even in the other games, he was just great. He was always in the right position. I just thoroughly enjoyed him, and I think he fits my play style this year. He's got 4-star weak foot. He's nice and big. He's rapid with a Hunter Chem style. Goes to 97 sprint speed, 93 acceleration. Perfect finishing, good reactions and okay ball control, good composure. This is a solid card. I recommend him a lot. And then Dries Mertens, much the same. Probably the best player on the whole team. 4 games, 4 goals and 2 assists out of those games. Now, considering I didn't score any goals in the 4th game, the fact that he got 4 goals and 2 assists in 3 games effectively is really good. I'm usually against really short players. Him, Insigne, those kind of players. I don't particularly like them. But he performed really well. 4-star is great. So the high-low work rates with Dries Mertens are really important, in my opinion, for him being at cam, because he burst forwards through the line all the time, and it was really helpful. Bonaventura was okay. No goals, no assists during his 4 games. Milinkovic-Savic was good. 1 goal and 2 assists. He was noticeable on the field, and this is just his base 83. I know it's his upgraded base 83, but 4-star, high medium, 6-3. He's already got some beast cards out there. Once he gets his team of the season, it is going to be a force to be reckoned with. This is a fantastic card. Very noticeable. And Matuidi, as a CDM, brilliant. I've played with his 86 rated card over 600 games. I know he's 2-star, but as long as you know that in your mind and you don't try doing skill moves and don't try playing off the weak foot, he's a sensational CDM. He really is. Into the defence, I wasn't overly impressed with Jordan Lukaku. He did get 1 assist. What's his stamina? Yeah, 78 stamina. I could tell he had low stamina. Like the last 20-30 minutes of every game, he was gassed and he was continually getting outpaced by wingers that weren't nearly as fast as him and such, and that was because of his low stamina. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend him. I've been playing with Inform Gulam. I think Inform Gulam is great. The 86 Benatia, brilliant. You can see I've got over 300 games with him. I really love this card. And then Manolas, 4 games, no goals, no assists. Florenzi, 4 games, no goals, no assists. In general, this team was really nice. If you are looking for a cheap alternative team to run through Foot Champs for a couple of weeks until Team of the Season comes out to save your coins, this is a great squad. You won't lose much on this. This team costs 150,000 coins to purchase from scratch on PlayStation and 130,000 on Xbox. And I'd be very surprised if it goes down lower than 100,000 or 90,000. So you might lose a little bit here or there, but whilst you're saving yourself through the market crash, this is just a great squad to play with. Few changes I would make, like I say, if you've got a spare icon or if you've got a player, an untradeable that you can fit in instead of Gomez, I would do such. And I also would probably look at taking out Bonaventura. I think for his price, 33,000 coins, I don't think he's worth it. I think you'd be much better off getting like a Claudio Marchisio gold card or something in there. I think he'll be a lot better for you. Overall though, guys, this team was very, very nice. I give it like a solid 8 out of 10 to play with in Foot Champs. And don't forget, if you want to submit to me, you're the best team in FIFA's, twitter.com/NepentheZ. Send me screenshots of your team, player instructions, custom tactics, formation swaps in game, and explain to me a little bit about how the team works if you want this. So guys, it's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.